Hello, welcome to a session on how to use EndNote. My name is Jason Suhu. I am a research and instruction librarian at Salem State University. I'm going to guide you through on how to use EndNote. EndNote is a citation management tool. It helps you keep track of your research articles, your citations, and creates bibliographies. So to set up an account, you can open up a browser and then type in endnote.com. All right. So with endnote.com, there's two versions. There's a free version and a paid-for version. The paid-for version has just a couple more extra bells and whistles, but I think we're going to use the free version, and I think that should pretty much do what we want to do. So here on the EndNote website, at the top right, you can see there's an EndNote login page link. So I'm going to click on that link. And if you are not a member yet, you can click on register. And with this, you just have to fill out those couple fields there with your email, your password, and your name. For Salem State students, I would suggest that you use a non-Salem State, non-institutional email, such as Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail, just because when you graduate from Salem State University, and if you need to continue to use EndNote, you can. If you did sign up with a Salem State email, you won't have access to your Salem State email when you graduate. So if you ever forget your password on EndNote, you click on that forget password link, and a password link will be sent to your Salem State email. So again, I would suggest you use Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, a non-Salem State, non-institutional email to sign up for an EndNote account. So I'm going to click on this back button and log in with my account. And once you do have an account, your page will look something like this, or it will have a get started page. So you can see here's a list of all my references that I have. I have over 300 citations under my EndNote account. So first thing that you need to do is to create a folder to help you keep your citations all organized. So I'm going to go up here to the gray section here under Organize, and then click on Manage My Groups. So in EndNote, they call folders groups. So down at the bottom, you click on New Group, and you type in whatever folder name that you want. So in this case, I'm just going to do Social Justice as my topic, or you can type in the course name, and just click OK. And you can see my social justice folder is set up, and currently I don't have any articles in there. So what you want to do now is do some research in library databases, and you want to send over the citations from the databases over to EndNote. So open up another tab. You go to the Salem State Library website, which is salemstate.edu/library. And here's the main university library homepage. So here in the search box, you can do a search for keywords. You can do a search for books, for journals. A little bit further down in the center of the page here, you can see some research guides and databases. I'm going to click on this Browse Alphabetical List of Databases. And here's a listing of all the databases that we have listed alphabetically for you. To the right, under Popular Databases, I'm going to click on Academic Search Premier, which is one of our frequently used databases. Now, when you click on whatever database that you're going to be searching in, if you are on campus, you go straight into that database. There's no need for login because you'll be on campus. If you are off campus, right after you click on a database, it'll prompt you to enter your Salem State username and password. So you can just go ahead and do that. So here's Academic Search Premier. You can see that it's powered by EBSCO. So EBSCO is just a vendor company, and Academic Search Premier is just one of their many databases. So in Academic Search Premier, there are articles in all the different subject areas. So I'm just going to type in my search topics, social justice in the classroom. Click on search. And you can see here's our results. On the left-hand side, you can refine your results by, if you need a scholarly peer-reviewed articles, by publication date, and some other limiters here as well. But for now, let's just look at our results. You can see there's almost 300 articles about our topic. And let's just take a look at the first one. Hey, that looks pretty good. Let's click on the article title. And it goes into a more detailed view of the article itself. You can see the authors, the source, some subject terms, the abstract. And to the left here, you can see there's actually a PDF full text attached with it. On the right-hand side, there are some tools. You can download this to your Google Drive, you can print, you can save, and look, there's an export button. So if I click on export, it brings up this box, and you can see that at the top here, there's a button called Direct Export in RIS. So that's what we're gonna select, and we'll click on Save. And notice down at the bottom of my screen, it saves it down here. It's a delivery.ris file, okay? Depending on your computer, you may or may not see this down at the bottom of your screen. If you don't, this RIS file is actually saved in your downloads folder. All computers and laptops, they have a folder called downloads, so that's where it's stored right now. So to bring this citation into EndNote, we're going to do this. We're going to go back to EndNote, all right? And in this gray section here, we're going to mouse over to collect, and then we're going to click on import references, okay? So once we do that, there's a few things that you need to do. First thing is choose file, all right? So we're going to select choose file. And then earlier I said that RIS file that we got from Academic Search Premier, that citation, it's in the downloads folder. So you can click on downloads, right? And there it is right there. So there's the delivery RIS file. So you highlight that, click on open, and that's now attached here. Import option. This import option drop down box, you'll select RefMan RIS. So it's REFMAN RIS. So there's RefMan RIS. And then the next drop-down box, what folder do you want to save this citation to? So I created that social justice folder. So I'm going to select that, click on import. You can see now that one reference was imported into social justice. Right? So click on that just to see if it's there, and there it is. Okay. So let's go back to our search, in Academic Search Premier. So we did number one. Now you can do one article at a time, or you can do multiple articles at once. So let's say if you're interested in 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? So in EBSCO here, next to each of these, the article title, there's this folder icon. So you can click on that folder icon. So the number 2, number 3, 4, and number 5. Okay, so see how that changed. So those are saved into a temporary folder on the right-hand side. It says that your folder has some items. So now you can just click on folder view, and you can see those 4 articles that we checked off. So you're going to select all. So now we want to bring all 4 of these articles into EndNote. So you select all 4, click on export. Okay. Now in EBSCO, they have this labeled as export. Depending on what database you're using, whether it's ProQuest or from Sage or ScienceDirect or JSTOR, they'll each say something a little bit different. Some may say export or cite, citation, or save, whatever the case may be. So in EBSCO here, it's export. So we'll click on that. So we now then click on direct export in RIS format. So again, no matter what database you use, there'll be an RIS format option. So remember to select the RIS format. And then on the left here, just click Save. Now you can see on the bottom of my screen, the delivery.ris file appeared down below. Okay, so now we can go back up to EndNote. Okay, I should also mention this delivery.ris, that's the name that I guess the EBSCO gives it. Again, whatever database that you're going to be using, ProQuest, Gale, ScienceDirect, Sage, JSTOR, that file name will be a little bit different. I think in ProQuest, they actually call it ProQuest document. Some other ones may say delivery as an EBSCO. Some may say citations. Other may give it some sort of letters or numbers attached to it. But whatever that is, it will be an RIS file. Okay, so we go to EndNote. So now we want to bring that file in. So we go to EndNote, we go up to collect, we go to import references, choose our file. So again, that delivery RIS file, or it's under the downloads folder, okay? And then we click on open, all right? The import option, here we select RefMan RIS. And then your folder, so our social justice folder. Click on import. So now it says 4 references were imported. So earlier we took 1, now we took 4, so 1 plus 4 usually equals 5. So let's just go to that social justice folder, and those are our 5 citations that we took from the database. Okay. So now at this time you can go back, do more research, search in other databases, bring more articles into your EndNote account. Now, once you're done for the day, you can log out. Next day, you want to log back into EndNote. You can then view your articles if you choose to. So notice that the articles listed here, all right, they each have a go to record link. So if you can click on go to record, and it'll take you to that article. Okay, you can see the PDF full text is right there. And just to make note, whatever database you're using, some will have full text access, so that's great. You can take those over and you'll be able to see it. Some may not have access to it. So in those cases if we don't have access to a full text article, you can still bring over the citation into your EndNote account. And if you want the full text article, just fill out a interlibrary loan online form, and then we'll see who owns it. The owning library will send us a PDF of the article. We'll then forward that to your email. So then from your email, you just have to click on the PDF, download it, save it to your computer. And then in EndNote, you can then attach that PDF. So let's say if this one didn't have full text access, you would interlibrary loan the article. Then once you receive it from interlibrary loan, there's this paperclip icon that you can click on it, and then you can attach the article. Okay. Sometimes, mention one other thing here. Most of our databases, they'll have some way for you to export, to take the citation from the database and put them into your EndNote account. I think there may be a few of them, a couple of them that don't. Or you may be looking at a web page or a book. For something like that, you would have to manually enter the citation information. So here in EndNote, if you go up to collect, you can click on new reference. And when you click on new reference, this drop-down box, you can find whatever format that you want. So if it's a book, there's book. If it's a web page, there's the web page. And then the fields will adjust accordingly. You just have to fill out as much as you can. And then the save button will appear. Just click on save and then save it to your folder. All right. And so now the fun part of it is to create that bibliography page. With EndNote, it'll create a bibliography for you in like 1.3 seconds. So to do that, you are going to go up in this gray section here, go under Format, click on Bibliography. And then a couple things that you need to do. All right, you see some drop-down boxes. The first one, you're going to select what folder you want to create that bibliography from. So our social justice folder, and what style, APA, MLA. So you can see a list of those there. If you don't see something there, you can click on select favorites here to the right. And then this pops up, and then sometimes, you may write an article, you want to have that published in a journal. And then you just have, and then some of those journals, they want a specific citation file specifically for their journal, for their publication. So in this case, let's say if you want to publish something in the Adverse Drug Reaction Bulletin, right? You can click on that, click on Copy to Favorites, and now you can see that has been added to my list of favorites. Okay, and if you want to remove it, just highlight it and just click on Remove. All right. So again, format, bibliography, select your folder, select your style. So I'm going to select the APA 6th edition. And file format, you're going to select the RTF, the rich text file format. Okay. Click on Save. And then notice at the bottom of my screen, there's the export list RTF file. So I'm going to click on that and open it. And then I have to share that screen. And now you can see my bibliography. All right, oops, wrong button. So let's do that again. Okay, so now there's the bibliography page. Everything's listed alphabetically for you, and you just have to clean it up a bit. So I would probably just go to the end of each of these citations, just hit enter. So that way you give some space in between each of them. And there you go. Now, not all citation management tools perfect, so you still have to double check. So glancing at it, the first one looks pretty good. The second one here in the APA format, only the first letter of the first word is supposed to be capitalized. Everything else here is supposed to be in lowercase, except for proper nouns. So you may want to have the APA guidebook handy next to you. All right, so that's how you would use EndNote. My next part I'm going to show is how to transfer RefWorks citations into EndNote. So if you're not interested in that part of it, you can end your session here. And thanks for watching, and take care, and hope you enjoy EndNote. All right, so now we are gonna go into RefWorks. So now I'm gonna show you how to take your RefWorks citations and put them into your EndNote account. So again, you go to the library homepage under databases here, alphabetical list, click on the letter R for RefWorks. And I'm gonna log in with my account. So here's my RefWorks account. You can see I have 686 articles. So I'm gonna have to transfer these over to my EndNote account. Now, unfortunately, you can't say, okay, so you can see on my right-hand side, the folders that I have set up. You can't say, oh, bring all these folders into EndNote. You have to go do each folder one at a time. So to do that, what you're gonna do is this. Here, there's a tab called Organize and Share Folders. I'm gonna click on that tab, okay? So let's say, here's my baseball folder. I wanna bring that in, all right? So you want to sort of mouse over that baseball area, and then see that little folder right there where my mouse is? You click on that, and then you hover over to Export. And then you hover over your mouse over to bibliographics software. And that's the first one there. You click on that. And then you can see it saves it sort of as this sort of text file. So what you want to do is click anywhere on the screen here, right click, save as, and then name it, baseball. citations. Okay, click on save. So this saves it onto my desktop for the time being. All right, so now you want to bring the text file into EndNote. So you go up to EndNote. Okay, you want to create a folder called baseball. Okay, so you're going to go up to organize and manage my groups. Okay, and then you can click on new group and then name your folder. All right, or if you want, you can just do this. You can go up to collect. Okay, you can go to import references. All right, choose your file. And then we're going to choose that baseball citation. So it was saved on my desktop. There's the baseball citation file. Click on open. Now that's attached. And then we are still going to select RefMan RIS under the import option drop-down box and select. So you can save it to a folder. So I'm going to select down at the bottom here called new group. All right, click on import. And now here you can name your folder. Click on OK. And now it says there were 8 references that were imported into the baseball folder. So let's take a look. Click on that baseball folder link, and there's my citations, right? And then notice that the go to URL. So if I click on that, that will direct you to the article itself. Okay. So again, when you're in RefWorks, if you want to transfer all or some of your citations to EndNote, you're going to go up to make sure you're logged into RefWorks, click on Organize and Share, and then select the folder that you want to save, that you want to transfer your citations over to EndNote. So my Red Sox one here, okay, oops. And then you're just gonna select that folder icon, click on hover over export and the bib software, and that's it. And then this, you can see the text file for this. Just do right click, save as, right? And then save this onto your desktop. And then you just go over to EndNote and import it that way. I should also mention one other thing. Some of you may have, in RefWorks, added your own personal notes. So let's say if I go into a baseball folder, one of the citations here, under this icon that says edit, if I click on that, under additional fields. Again, some of you may have added your own personal notes to it. The personal note fields will not transfer over. So if you do have your own personal notes here, I would just copy and paste that and add it to the notes field right above. Okay, and then just save it, and then those will be transferred over to EndNote. All right, so that's it for EndNote and how to transfer your citations from RefWorks to EndNote. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Get in touch with me at the Salem State University Library. Take care and enjoy using EndNote.